Have you ever had trouble keeping track of what data you were looking at in an Excel spreadsheet because the spreadsheet was just too big? In this quick tip, we will learn how to use the Freeze Panes function for locking row and column headings while scrolling through data. Here's a document I found on the internet. I'm going to be using the income statement worksheet for this example. Let's learn how to lock these headings for scrolling. Currently, if I were to scroll over and down, I'd have no idea what these numbers represent. So let's go back up to the headings and select this cell right below the row heading we want locked, and to the right of the column heading we want locked. I'll show you why in a moment. Then go to the View tab under the Windows section and click on Freeze Panes. We could just freeze the top row or just freeze the first column, but we want to choose Freeze Panes based on current selection. This icon makes it easy to remember what box we need for our selection, as it is a mini representation of our table. Click Freeze Panes. Now, as I scroll through this document, we can see that our headings are locked. We can unfreeze these headings by going back to the Freeze Pane button and selecting Unfreeze Panes. I also want to point out another feature that's similar. It's the Split function. Select the same cell we had before, and then go to the View tab under the Windows section and click on Split. Initially this looks like it does the same thing, but it actually has a little more built into it. Each of these sections now becomes a separate scroll window of their own, representing the same data. For example, if I scroll up in this window, I see my row heading, and if I scroll down in this top window, I see data where my heading would be. It's the same income statement in 4 different windows. You can also move these window borders by putting your cursor on them and resizing. To remove them, simply go back up to the Windows section and unselect Split. Excel doesn't allow us to use both of these functions at the same time, so for this worksheet, I'd probably stick with Freeze Panes as it's simpler and more relevant to this particular situation. Now you know how to lock row and column headings so you can view them in a large Excel worksheet no matter where you are in the data.